Aloha, and thank you for coming back to Versatile Yoga. My name is Gregory, and today I'll be demonstrating a technique that is a shoulder and chest stretch, as well as a lower back massage. So this one has many variables in it. At 3 different places, there's different things you can do depending on your mobility to make it more accessible to you. I'll go over these before the demonstration, and I'll just demonstrate one style from 3 different angles. So this one, because there's so much explanation, it's going to be a little more difficult to have like a follow along type video. So this is going to be more explanation. So first thing is with the hands. So in the first step, we bring the hands together, interlock the fingers, and then bring the arms up. Take a deep breath, and then turn from palm down to palm up, and keep the elbows straight. Okay, so in this one, you can either do it like this, but if you're putting your hands together and you can't make your arms straight without letting your fingers come apart, then I do suggest to use like a scarf or just any kind of like a hand towel, or just any kind of maybe old t-shirt, any kind of cloth, maybe a yoga belt could be useful in this one as well, if you have one of those. And so you just find a closeness of your hands that's comfortable, and you'd have to kind of try it a few times. So bring the arms up, and maybe this is comfortable, or maybe you can think, oh, okay, maybe I can go a little bit closer together, and do it as close as you can. So for me, since I can do it, it's not a great demonstration of like what the difference would be, but you can try yourself, you'll see. And then on the second step, we'll be letting go with one hand or both hands, and then just placing it on the ground and bringing the hands behind. So that's the first thing to consider. The second thing is your seated posture. So you can sit like this, seiza, or you can even, just sit like a half lotus style, or any kind of cross leg style, because we're moving the arms and then bringing the hands to the lower back. So if you can do this comfortably with cross leg, that's great. I will be demonstrating with this sideways stance, side saddle, or mermaid, sometimes they call it, just with both feet pointing in the same direction. I feel more stable than cross leg for this, and it just feels a little bit more comfortable than the seiza. The other alternative is if you have like a stool, you can sit on the stool, do it. Or if you're ever gonna sit like that, it just has to have a backless chair. If you're going to do that, you might as well just do standing up. So you can do this from any kind of posture, any kind of seated position, or standing. So you can maybe, if this isn't the most comfortable, because you're sitting on your knees, but if you wanted to try it like that, you could do it like that. Just a lot of people don't like standing on their knees. And the third thing to consider is with the mobility of the wrist and the shoulders. So the last part of this pose will be placing the hands on the lower back. So I like the fist. If you're a little bit more mobile, you can press the base of the hand here. And so the fist is kind of like middle ground. And then if you can't even do the fist, you can just press your thumb into. So we'll be doing 3 different places, and I'll show you with the demonstration, but I'll just give you a little brief overview now. The third sin line is over here, basically pressing in the QL, the quadra lumborum, and then the second line is here, right on the outside edge of the erector spinae. And then the first line is here in the inside edge of the erector spinae. Not on the spine, but just beside the spine. And pressing in here. So with the fist, you can use the knuckles, or the first knuckle or the second knuckle. And with the thumb, it's a little more straightforward, right there. And if you're using the base of the hand, also more straightforward. But as you see, it's going to take a lot of shoulder mobility to get into the first line. The second one, still, it's a little easier. And then the third one is the easiest. So we'll warm up to the first line. So starting with the third, the most outermost one, the second, and then the first sin lines of the lower back. Okay, so with that explanation, just keep it in mind. So this is going to take a lot of experimentation on your part to find how to control your hands, keeping the hands together, or using the cloth, finding a comfortable seated position for the pose. So whatever is comfortable, and then finding the kind of hand position for you. And for some people, even just using the thumbs, not going to be possible. So you may have to just skip this kind of massage part for a while and just keep practicing, because this first part is getting your shoulder mobility working and warming up. So you may have to do this a few times over the course of, a couple months or maybe longer, depending on your mobility, to work up to being able to get the hands in a position to press on the lower back. Yeah, so once more, shoulder, hand closeness mobility, seated position or standing, and the wrist mobility, shoulder mobility for the lower back. So keep these things in mind and just find out what you can do and what works for you. So with that said, here we go. I'll show you the demonstration. As you can see, I'll be demonstrating this from the shin box, also known as side saddle or mermaid position. So we'll inhale, reach up, flip the palms up, and as you exhale, reach the arms back as far as you can. Bend the elbows, bring the hands to the lower back, bend the back and look up, pressing the hands into the back, then release, and we're ready for the second round. So we'll progress from the outer back to the middle back. And I'll show you from a different angle now, so you can see what it looks like from the side. So we'll inhale, reach up, and flip the palms up. Exhale, reach out and back. Bend the elbows, bring the hands to the lower back. Bend the back, press into the back as you look up, and release. Get ready for the third round. So now I'll show you what it looks like from the back. I showed the 3 different hand positions before, but this is what the motion looks like. So inhale, reach up, flip the palms up. Exhale, reach back as far as you can. Bend the elbows, bring the hands to the lower back. Bend the back, look up, press in, then release. All right. So there you have it. The shoulder and chest stretch with the lower back massage. So as you see, it's just bringing the shoulders into a full range of motion and then pressing the hands into a lower back while performing a slight back bend. And so we want to have that slight pressure with the hands against the lower back while you're doing the slight back bend and engaging the muscles. So you get a little bit of a muscle stretch while you're getting a kind of a massaging effect. So yes, thanks for watching. The next week I'll take all these individual techniques and put them into a short sequence, so in a follow along type of format, so you can enjoy your own personal practice along with me. Yeah, and if you like this, just subscribe for more content, press the like button, comment below with any kind of suggestions or anything that you'd like to add. And yeah, also on this screen there should be popping up a couple other videos with different techniques that you may enjoy as well. So thanks again. Aloha.